Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Pink Sky Tarot. I'm Elle. Special hello to my subscribers. Thank you so much for being here. And if you're new here, please come join us. Also be sure to check me out on Instagram as I do daily guidance posts over there that you won't see here. And if you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, just send an email to pinkskytarot@gmail.com and I will send you the information. My Instagram handle and email are down in the description box for you. Okay, so I thought we'd do something a little bit different today. Yesterday I posted a twin flame energy check to kind of see where the divine masculine and divine feminine are on their own journey and then kind of what's going on with the energy in between them. But today we're going to talk about runner chaser energy. If you're in a twin flame connection, you're probably very familiar with it. I feel like the majority of the people that are watching my channel are kind of further along in their twin flame journey. But many of you, there could be many of you that are still kind of in this runner chaser phase and you aren't really sure how to get yourself out of it. So it's going to be helpful for those of you that are trying to remove yourself from that phase. And then also for those of you that have moved past it, which, you know, according to the video yesterday, the majority of the collective that's watching my videos has kind of moved out of runner chaser. But reflecting back and seeing why you got caught up in that could be very helpful for your spiritual healing and moving yourself along in your own journey as an individual. Okay, so let's start with what the purpose of runner chaser is. It's kind of it's a very unpleasant phase. I don't know what it's like for the masculine because I'm obviously not a masculine, but for me as a feminine, it's very anxiety filled because you feel like your person is just gonna disappear forever if you're not trying to constantly be present in their life. Okay, so that's kind of, you know, my perspective on why it was like that for me. Okay, so let's start here and let's see like what the purpose of the runner chaser phase is. See if we can get some cards here. Camera. I feel like the camera is just doing something weird today. I hope the video is alright. Okay, so what is the purpose of the runner chaser phase? What is the purpose of the runner? Okay, so cards are just coming out all over the place. Okay. Okay, so we have the King of Wands in reverse. We have the Seven of Coins in the reverse. And then we have the Two of Swords in the reverse. So what's the purpose of the runner chaser phase? With this King of Wands in reverse, the King of Wands, he knows what he wants and he goes after it. Okay, but he doesn't do it in a negative way where he's taking from somebody else. He just does it because I want to be with this person, so I'm going to go after them. I want this job, so I'm going to go get it. I want to live in this part of town, in this state, or whatever, so I'm going to make it happen. Okay? So with him being in reverse here, it's like chaos. There's a chaotic feeling to the runner chaser phase. Okay, why would you want to be in chaos? Well, because the twin flame journey is about upheaval. It's about changing everything in your life. It's about getting out of normal thought patterns, normal ways of doing things, normal behaviors, whatever cycles you're stuck in. The twin flame journey comes in and blows it up, right? So the runner chaser phase is supposed to put you in chaotic energy. Okay, it's extremely uncomfortable for both because the chaser doesn't understand why. Okay, so in most twin flame connections, the divine feminine is the chaser and the divine masculine is the runner most of the time. It's not always that way, but I'm just going to use the typical roles for this, but if it's reversed in your situation, then that's fine. Okay, so as I was saying, like the feminine gets in this chaser energy because she feels out of control of what's going on with the connection. She feels out of control around this person, so she starts chasing him. And then the divine masculine, he also feels out of control. Okay, this in reverse is like a loss of control. I don't know what's happening here. Why are my feelings all over the place? Who is this person? Why is my world turning upside down? So the masculine just wants to run away from that. He doesn't want to be around it. He doesn't want to accept it or try and understand it. They go into like denial mode and they run. Okay, so the point here is to have an upheaval in your life, to have some chaos, to have your world just turned upside down. Okay, so with the 7 of coins in reverse, it's like I think, okay, so for a lot of twin flames, they're caught in cycles where they're usually in some sort of karmic cycle where the same thing's happening over and over again. They're stuck in these routines and they're waiting for something to change it. But they aren't expecting a twin flame to change it. They're not expecting a person to come in and blow up their world. So look, the wait is over. Here's your sign. Here's your upheaval. You're getting, here's a reason for you to get out of these cycles. You're not supposed to sit around and wait anymore. So the purpose of the runner chaser phase is to kind of wake you up and put you in chaotic energy. Get you out of this cycle of waiting for something to happen. Okay. And then we have the 2 of swords here in the reverse. The runner chaser phase is supposed to help you move out of indecision. Okay. I've wanted to get divorced for a long time, but haven't really found a real reason to. Well, here's your reason. Here's your twin flame. I've really wanted to not work at this job anymore because it makes me unhappy, but I haven't really found a reason to. Here's your reason. Here's your twin flame. They don't want you working all these long toxic hours, and you know you can't have a happy relationship with somebody if you're in a job that makes you miserable, right? I know I should cut off a relationship with my family members because it's not healthy, but I'm used to having them in my life, so I don't really see a point. Okay, well, here's your reason now. You can't have a healthy relationship with your twin flame if you're caught up in toxic relationships with other people. Okay, so the whole point of meeting your twin flame, and I don't know how it is it's different for everybody. So maybe you meet your twin flame and you're together for a while, but then all of a sudden you go into runner chaser phase. For other people, for other twin flames, the runner chaser phase is almost immediate. Okay, so it gets you thinking about decisions that you need to make. It's not actually making a decision, but it gets you thinking about these choices that you need to make in your life. It makes you realize that there's no reason to wait to make these decisions, and then it puts you in a state of chaos because your whole world has been flipped upside down. Okay, so that's kind of the purpose of runner chaser. Okay, a very long explanation for the first question there, but I hope it made sense and you guys found it very helpful here. Okay, so let's get into the next question. What triggers it? What triggers the running and the chasing? What triggers the runner chaser phase? And one more, please. What triggers the runner chaser phase? All right, that one wants out. Okay. All right, so we have the King of Chalices, which is Cups energy. We have the 8 of Swords. You guys saw it came out like this. So it's sideways, but I put it in the reverse, and I'll explain why. And then we have the 6 of Coins. So what triggers the runner chaser phase? Intense emotions. You get hit by a ton of bricks when you meet your twin flame and you're not expecting this intense connection with somebody. Even if you're with your twin flame for a while before the runner chaser phase begins, it's like once you start getting to a point where this relationship needs to move into like serious levels of commitment, the intense emotions and what that means scare each other, scare the twin flames. Usually the masculine runs and then the feminine chases. So when the masculine starts feeling these intense emotions and all of a sudden this desire to start making real decisions gets thrust upon him, he starts running. And then she freaks out and she's like, he's going to disappear. And so she tries to be in his life in any way that she can. Okay, so what triggers it is intense emotions. Also, okay, so this card came out, like I said, sideways, the Eight of Swords. And it's like a lot of divine masculines in particular, but not always. It can be both or just the feminine. But they feel like the cycle that they're in, whatever karmic cycle they're in, whether it's a relationship, a job, they have addictions or, you know, bad habits or mental traumas that they think they're trapped like this. They think they have to live their life like this forever, that there's no way out. But their twin flame is like, there is a way out. You can release yourself. You can remove yourself from whatever karmic situation you're in and improve your life. The masculines don't want to hear that, so they start running. Or they don't want to acknowledge that they can't get out, or they still can't even see a way out, so they run from their feminine. Okay? But it's like also removing yourself from a situation that you've been in for a long time, even if you know the situation is bad, is very uncomfortable. So a lot of them will try to stay trapped because they are comfortable there. They know what to expect there. They feel safe almost because it's part of their routine. It's what they've been doing every day. And then here you come in and blow everything up, right? So it's like, that's what triggers it. Here's my way out. Oh, poo, now I actually have to get out. What am I going to do? Okay, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready to change everything. It's too intense. There's too much emotions, okay? And so then we have the Six of Coins here. And there's a sense of balance and a sense of calm and a sense of peace with meeting your twin flame, especially initially in the beginning. You're like, oh, wow, there's this person. But then you get overwhelmed by the intensity and you're like, can I do this? Is this person good enough for me? Is this real? Am I crazy? And then it triggers, again, like this kind of chaotic feeling, and it starts the runner-chaser phase. Okay, so that's what triggers it. Intense emotions, actually getting to a point of needing to make major life decisions and not being ready to do it, and then questioning whether or not the balance of this connection is real. Okay, so it's very fear-based. Lots of intense emotions, okay? So let's see how we can stop runner-chaser energy, the runner-chaser phase. Okay, this is going to apply more for the feminines because in this part of the journey, the feminine leads the way, okay? I always found that very frustrating, but if you are chasing your masculine, he's going to keep running. If you stop chasing your masculine, he has no reason to run. Okay, so let's see if we can figure out how we can stop runner-chaser energy. And I know there's a lot of fear about letting your masculine go because you don't know what's going to happen, right? Okay. Oops. All right, so we have Six of Wands here. Again, it kind of came out sideways, but they're telling me to put it upright. And then we have the Five of Wands in the reverse, and then we have the World. So how are you going to stop runner-chaser energy? Feminines, you're going to start a new cycle for yourself here. Okay? You're going to remove yourself from your twin flame connection, and you're going to focus on you. That sounds really difficult, and I know there's a lot of fear around letting your masculine go, but it's what you have to do. The Six of Wands, like I said, it kind of came out sideways. So how are we going to stop runner-chaser energy is by seeing that there's no success in this. Constantly chasing the masculine is not going to lead to anything. It's really just going to push him away. There's no success in continuing to chase him. The success is in letting him go. and finding success with yourself, going on your own journey and taking care of yourself and getting yourself in a place where you're fine by yourself. Okay. 5 of Wands in reverse, letting go of conflict around the connection. You can't convince your masculine to do anything. You can't force him to get divorced, leave a job, move, cut ties with people, go to counseling, go to rehab, or whatever it is, whatever karmic hurdle your masculine is trying to overcome. Can't force him to do it. So you have to let go of conflict. You can talk to him all day, but until he decides he wants to do it, you can't do anything about it. So that's something that the feminine has to accept. That she has no control over what he's doing, and constantly trying to be in his life and trying to push him along is really having an opposite effect. So let go of the conflict around the connection. And then, like I was saying, this is the biggest point. Go start a new cycle by yourself. If you're a divine feminine who's married and you need to get divorced, go get divorced. If you're a divine feminine whose finances are not great, go get your finances taken care of. If you're a divine feminine that also needs to move, or maybe cut family ties, or whatever rearranging you need to be doing in your life, you need to do that. That's going to pull you out of chaser energy, because now you're not focusing on your masculine and what he's doing. You're focusing on yourself, starting your own cycles here. Okay. So now we're going to get the masculine's point of view here. So maybe we can gain some insight. And like I was saying, feminines, if you stop chasing, they have no reason to run, right? They're going to be like, where'd she go? Some of them do get stuck, even if the feminine is working on herself. Some of them still get in trapped energy. But again, you have no control over that. So let go of the conflict around it. You can't decide when he's ready to move forward. Okay? All right. So what is the masculine's point of view about the runner-chaser phase of twin flames? What is the masculine's point of view around the runner-chaser phase? Okay. Yeah. So we have 2 of Wands, and then we have 9 of Wands in reverse, and then we have 6 of Wands again in the reverse. So with this 2 of Wands, it's like, it's funny how they're all 3 wands, again with the intensity. The masculine is running because there's so much intensity. Fire energy is super intense. It's super quick. It's hard to handle, especially if it comes out of the blue. But anyway, with this 2 of Wands, what he's saying is, I know that once I make a choice, I have to follow through on it. I know that if I tell my karmic partner I want a divorce, I have to follow through on it. I know if I go tell my boss I want to quit, I have to follow through on it and find a new job. It's like, if I give in to this connection, to surrender to the upheaval, I've got to go make all these choices and follow through on it. So he gets overwhelmed and he puts his guard up. He puts his walls up and he sits in his little box and he's like, I'm not going to think about this. I can't talk about it with her because I'm not ready. And he just kind of shuts down. Okay? Because it's just too much. And then again with the 6 of Wands in reverse, he's like, there's no success in chasing me. Like, chasing me is not going to lead to union. Chasing me is not going to get me out of my box. I have to take myself out of my box. So with this, he's saying, don't chase me. Leave me be. Now, this is probably subconscious. When you finally say I'm done, or if you ghost and disappear, he's probably going to go in a bit of a panic, maybe, or maybe it's totally expected. I don't know. But he's going to wonder where he went. But at a subconscious level, in his core spiritually, he knows that chasing is not going to lead to success. The running is not going to lead to success. So he needs to be left to his own devices so that he can make these choices and follow through, right? Okay, so what is the feminine's point of view in the runner-chaser phase? What is the feminine's point of view in the runner-chaser phase? Oh, funny. I'm laughing here because look, She also got the Two of Wands in the first position, just like the masculine did. She got the Queen of Cups in the reverse, and she got the Page of Pentacles. She says, why can't you just make choices and follow through on them? Why can't you just do what your spirit is telling you to do? Why? Like, she's so confused by it. Like, she doesn't understand why the masculine just can't make a decision. Why can't you get divorced? You know you're not happy. Why can't you quit that job? You know you don't like it. Why can't you move? Why don't you make these choices? You know they're choices that you need to make. Okay, that's her perspective. Like, she doesn't understand why he's running, why he can't make any decisions. And it makes her feel rejected. It makes her feel unloved. It makes her feel like maybe he doesn't care, or maybe she's not good enough, or maybe she's not worth these changes, worth this upheaval. And so she feels very, rejected is the strong word that I'm getting. And she doesn't understand why they can have this intense feeling between them, and he runs away from her. And so we have this Page of Pentacles here, and she's like, it's like she's trying to offer herself to the masculine. She's, she has her coin out here. She's like, take it, just take the coin. And he's not taking it. And she doesn't understand why. And so then she has to offer her pentacle up somewhere else. She's got to start a whole new cycle without him. And that's really difficult for the feminine, to just kind of let him go. You see how she's facing this way? She's like, I'm just going to have to offer my pentacle to somebody else because he doesn't want it. And it makes her pretty sad. There's a very sad energy here. This side, the masculine side, feels very chaotic, but this side feels very sad. Like, she just doesn't understand. Okay. So what should the masculine be focusing on during runner chaser phase? What should the masculine be focusing on? Oh, it's so funny. Can I get one more, please? One more for the masculine. There we go. Okay. I'm laughing because of these two cards. The Hangman, spirituality. The masculine should be focusing on spirituality, letting the spiritual lessons in, letting these intense emotions he has for the feminine in, and learning to make decisions based on spiritual guidance, his inner voice, his soul, what his heart is saying to him. That's what the masculine is focusing on. And then look here, 5 of Coins is making changes in your physical world. Okay? So if we talk about the feminine leaving and starting her whole new cycle, this is what the masculine needs to do when she's gone. I got to make changes in my physical world. I need to get divorced. I need to quit my job. I need to move. I need to do this and that. That's what the masculine needs to be focusing on instead of running, right? Take in those spiritual lessons. Learn how to make choices and decisions with your heart, and then follow through on them dun, dun, in the real world, right? He should not be worried about getting into union or a relationship with the feminine. Okay, he's got to hold this passion back, because if he comes to her before he's fully divorced, before he's established in his new job, before he's set up at his new location, before he's healed past traumas, it's just going to trigger another runner chaser phase. So he should not worry about getting into a relationship with the feminine yet. He's focusing on becoming a spiritual being and making the changes in his real world. That's what he needs to be doing. Okay? What does the feminine need to be focusing on? This is kind of like after runner chaser stops, like the early next phase, right? What does the feminine need to be focusing on? One more, please, for the feminine. Okay. This looks like such a mess down here. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. We have the Magician in the reverse, and then we have the King of Swords. So what does she need to be focusing on? Offering love up to herself. Okay, she doesn't need to be focusing on other relationships. She probably shouldn't try to get into a relationship with somebody once she lets the masculine go. She needs to work on healing herself, offering love to herself, and yeah, taking care of her heart is what I heard. We have the Magician in the reverse here because when the feminine is chasing, there's a lot of things in her life that she ignores. So there's like a postponement of manifestations. So whatever manifestations she's kind of ignored, or something that she should have been putting her energy into but she hasn't, it's time to focus on that. It's time to put your energy into manifesting things in your own world. With this King of Swords here, she needs to get clear on what she wants. She needs to stand up for what she wants. No, Divine Masculine, I will not take you back while you're still married. No, I will not take you back till your divorce is finalized. No, I will not take you back until you are in a job that you find emotionally satisfying. I will not take you back until you stop talking to that toxic family member or friend. So this card isn't usually about putting up boundaries, but it's like, I'm clear on what I need from you. I'm telling you exactly what I need from you, and I'm not letting you back in until you can meet those requirements, okay? So that's what she should be focusing on, loving herself, getting back into manifesting things that she's been ignoring, and then setting boundaries with the masculine and saying, this is what I need, and I'm sorry, but you can't come back until you can meet those things with sincerity. Okay? All right, so I'm going to pull some guidance here. I think I might get, they're telling me mermaids and the spiritual animals. So we'll see. Okay. So can we have some guidance for those that are stuck in runner chaser phase and trying to remove themselves? Can we get some guidance for the runner chasers? And for those of you that have already moved past runner chaser phase, kind of understanding why you went through that and why you got caught up in that should help you move forward in your spiritual journey, especially if you're on your own path now. Get some guidance here. There we go. I'll move forward. Yeah, can't be much more clear than that. Don't get caught up in this runner chaser cycle. Okay, move forward. Let your masculine go. The feminine has to stop chasing in order for the masculine to stop running. Okay, so feminines, you're the ones that have to do this. And I know it's super hard. I went through a lot of anxiety when I tried to remove myself from chaser energy, because I did have that fear that he was going to disappear forever, and he kind of has, but that's okay. You just have to accept that that's a possibility, that you need to work on your own life, that he can't progress if you are chasing him, okay? That's the biggest thing. Your masculine cannot make progress if you are chasing him, so you need to move forward in your own life. And then when you start moving forward, the masculine should start, okay? So we get another advice or guidance card for runner chaser energy. Okay, so this chameleon, even though it's on a stack of cards, and I don't like taking stacks of cards, came out twice. And it makes complete sense here. Okay, so we have this chameleon. It says, stay in the background and adapt to the situation rather than being conspicuous and attempting to direct the course of events. Like I was saying earlier in the reading, you can't control your masculine. You can't make him conquer his karmic cycle. He has to do it on his own. So rather than trying to be a constant in his life, you need to move forward and start taking care of yourself. Stay in the background. Don't be in the masculine's life, and just take care of yourself, because you can't direct the course of events. It has to unfold on its own, and the masculine has to do his end on his own. All right, I don't normally pull 3 guidance cards, but I don't know, just feeling it. Can we get one more guidance card for the runner chaser phase? This is a very intense part of the journey, and getting out of it is so difficult. So I feel like it's important that we talk about this and really, guys, give you feminines especially a clear direction. And maybe understand the masculine point of view, like understanding his side can help remove yourself from it. Okay. Echoes, look. Ancient culture, roots, customs. Echoes. Echoes, this card, when I read about twin flames, when I do readings for twin flames, this card has come up before. It reminds me of the mirroring, right? Which is what I was talking about. If you echo into a canyon, it's echoed back to you. If you look in the mirror, it's reflected back to you. The feminine, the masculine mirrors the feminine, vice versa. So if feminines, if you are moving forward and you are removing yourself from the situation, you start working on yourself, that's going to echo back to your masculine. He's going to feel it. Even if you don't talk to him, he's going to know that you're moving forward and taking care of yourself. So those echoes are really important, okay? Shout into the canyon and your masculine will shout back. All right, guys, I'm going to leave the reading here. I hope that you found it helpful, and if it resonated, please leave a comment. And for those of you in runner chaser phase, I promise you can get out of it and you will be okay. All right? Have a good day, guys. Bye.